Thank you for joining me for your October Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm shuffling the Haunted House Tarot by Sasha Graham. Apropos for October, I am coming to you from this tarot den, my gem den. This is where I take on most of my client readings. It's my safe space, and I was born and raised here, so this has a lot of energy to it. So much I won't even bore you with. Let's get into it. Pisces, please watch all of your moon, rising, and sun sign forecasts for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. It's eclipse season, but thankfully Mercury goes direct on October 2nd and replenishing energy in the signs of Virgo and Libra. Mercury goes direct at 24 degrees of Virgo on October 2nd in your 7th sector of partnership. Yay! Things might have been a little rocky or awkward or difficult really communicating with your spouse and or partnership, whether business or personal. However, with Mercury direct now, you can regain clarity in terms of communication, understanding, and learning in your relationships or partnerships and or 7th sector of marriage, soulmate energy. Additionally, your 8th sector of sex and intimacy will receive Mercury direct. You might have been working with a little bit of a chastity belt there in the month of September, Pisces. Mercury retrograde in your 7th and 8th houses suggests a lull in your connection and a lack of direction in terms of mental focus in those two areas. But thankfully, you'll gain more clarity and have more of a pickup of a pace in this area of your life, thanks to Mercury going direct. And it was a rough retrograde. I mean, from my computer battery just completely shutting down and not working to following an ambulance because of allergic reaction that my mom had. Just the most random things have occurred. There's so many I can't even think of them, but it did affect the air signs more prominently. And you don't have to worry too much about that because you're water. But Mercury retrogrades affect everyone in some form or another because we're taking a pause subconsciously in order to realign ourselves better and to reinvestigate and revise, review, and rewrite the area of our lives where that retrograde occurs. And for you, it was the 7th sector and 8th sector, which has to do with your relationship and your marriage, and or both, if you're doing that. We have our full moon on October 9th at 16 degrees of Aries. And Jupiter's also stationed in Aries. This is a full moon that suggests release, letting go of a concept that you're attached to regarding self-worth, income, finances. This full moon occurs in your 2nd house of money and income and confidence, your sense of worth. There's an awareness for Pisces. It's time for you to be positive in this mental focus. Jupiter in Aries at that time is assisting in more optimistic approach regarding these finances or what you believe you are worth or how you value yourself, therefore how others value you. So Pisces is going through some inner work because a full moon suggests awareness, but not necessarily a lot of action. So these concepts can be dissipating and breaking up in your mind. Who says you're not worth the moon and the stars? Your brain? Don't listen to that brain. That's not who you are. That's an organ. And doesn't know how to do anything but run amok. So pick and choose what you listen to. I know it's so easy to say, but you can discriminate in terms of what your brain is thinking. Be selective in terms of what's important. Where's your focus? You don't have to listen to every negative thought. Jupiter's here to say, to be interpreted as saying the glass is half full for you in the sector of the second house, what you're worth. Think highly of yourself. You deserve good things. Both Venus and the Sun enter Scorpio, on the 23rd of October. Venus will be there through November 16th. The Sun will be there through November 22nd. So the planet of attraction and the life force of the Sun are gathering in your 9th sector of foreign experience, foreign travel, education, certification, knowledge, research, higher study, the metaphysical. It's a legal sector. It's a sector of belief systems. So this will definitely vary, applying to each Pisces in a different way. But your interest, you can find an attraction to the areas of the 9th house, astrology, or the metaphysical, becoming more spiritual, calming your mind. You're attracted to things unknown and to experiences unknown. And Pisces is intrigued to travel and maybe experience new locations. And there's also a significant interpretation that love is available to you outside of your normal routine or location, and that foreigners and love that is rare is available to you outside of your own country. So if you do have travel plans and you are single, Venus and the Sun here suggest keeping your heart open in these locations, because there is an experience that's lovely in that time frame while Venus works with the Sun here, that Pisces will be pleased in that sector of their chart, depending on what you are currently into. We have our new moon solar eclipse on October 25th at 2 degrees of Scorpio in this very same 9th house. That eclipse is exact Venus. So the Sun, the Moon, and Venus will all be at 2 degrees on the 25th of October. In your 9th sector, Pisces could be starting a new role as student or educator, taking on a new experience in your life, something that is absolutely new to you, unknown, a foreign concept. The desire to learn in general is powerful for you from October 25th through May 25th of next year. These eclipses instigate a 6-month period of time and initiate that time period where the 9th house will be explored. And internally, I think it relates a lot to the information you gather, the knowledge, and what you're learning and how to apply that in your life. And you'll love what you're doing because Venus is involved. Pisces won't get something started in an area that doesn't interest them, or that they're not very attracted to. So think about what you love and head towards that. If it doesn't align with your heart, it's hard to get it off the ground. Whether this is a business focus or a relationship focus, or even learning and what you choose to develop in your learning, you have to love it, because it could fizzle out if you're not really attracted to it. This is tasty. Okay, I like this. On October 28th, Jupiter retrogrades and returns into your sign of Pisces. So Jupiter spends a year in every sign, but also retrogrades every year. So returning to your sign after spending a few months in Aries since May of 2022. Actually, let me rephrase that. From June of 2021 to May of 2022, Jupiter has been in Pisces, okay? But then since May of 2022, he's been roaming around in Aries, in your financial sector, with the hopes of expanding that area for you and garnering some more optimism in terms of what you're in terms of what you're capable of, your belief in yourself. Jupiter's there to be interpreted as gain a positive perspective about your earnings. But now that he returns to your first sector, Pisces, check back to that time frame between June of 2021 and May of 2022. What were you developing then? Because there's a reinvigoration here. Something is looked back upon and given resuscitation in terms of what Pisces was developing in that year when Jupiter was fully with you. And it's big. This could be expanded now. Someone could be taking a risk upon Pisces. That's true too. Jupiter is a gamble representing the Wheel of Fortune. There could be a big development, actually a windfall for Pisces in terms of maybe being let down by something and Jupiter returning there and you getting a call back on something or having what you worked on pushed through. It does have to do with financial gains and physical gains, the body, support for yourself. Pluto, Saturn, Chiron, Mercury, Juno, and Vesta, the two asteroids, two of the four, are all direct. Actually, three of the four, Chiron, Juno, and Vesta, were all direct in October, and Pluto, Saturn, and Mercury are direct. So September was wonky because of all of the retrograde energy. I do think October will be obviously different, but expect new developments here because it's eclipse season and there's new data being brought in. Let's see what's here in the cards. I love these little spooky cards for the month of October. Pisces, if you want to really get down to it and get involved in your personal chart and your personal cards and tarot for the month, you can find me at audreyalison.com. I have openings the last 2 weeks of October. So you have access to my calendar. If you find a space you like, I would secure it and we can get it done. We can go through it. Let's see what's here for you, Pisces. Tower. I'm not laughing at you. This is the eclipse. The Tower is always the upheaval, the what's the word? Not destruction, that's Mars. This is like a Uranus energy. Oh wait, not relocation. It'll come to me. It's right at the edge of my tongue. Not resuscitation. The Tower is readjustment. That's not it either. I'm kind of stuck on it. It's repositioning you. That's a good word. I'm thinking of the two people coming out of the Tower in different locations, how a big combustion happens and then two people are just like, you're landing someplace unexpectedly. This is surprise. This is something that is triggering and it just comes up out of the blue. The Tower is unexpected, either relocation, unexpected reinvigoration, or a breakdown in order to break through something. And it's eclipse vibes. It definitely suggests being eclipsed into a new direction. It could occur in the 9th house. Wow, the Sun. Congratulations, beautiful card. You have 2 major arcana cards to start, but there is a success here. After an upheaval, and what you think, look, this is the same character. This is a story, this haunted house tarot. If you don't have it, it's really cool. I love that it's a storyline through all of the phases of the 78 cards. But the Tower, she is kind of a wreck and wasn't expecting a lot of this blow up. And what feels uncomfortable to begin with doesn't have to end that way. It might feel like, what the hell is happening? But it's being done to realign you. The sun is saying, look, there's a successful outcome if you go with that, if you go with the flow, if you go with the chaos, if you ride with it. Hey, you're a fish. Don't swim against the tide. Swim with the stream this month, Pisces, because it's leading you to a positive outcome. Watch your imbibing. You're prone to depression. Your water, this is the Four of Cups. Yeah, Four of Cups. Balance, temperance. Watch what you're imbibing in October, especially around the eclipse periods. It could be an emotional time when the sun and the moon are in direct alignment. Emotions can come up and out of people. And like I said earlier, you might not want to judge yourself. Change is coming. Change is definitely coming. Look, you're the Knight of Cups. That's what you are, Pisces. And this is the card of transition. Actually, no, it's the Hangman. There could have been pause for you, and not everything has to develop at lightning speed. So it's okay to not judge. And you're also got this card, Hierophant. Education, counseling, therapeutic means, spiritual connection, being taught. You've got a lot of cards, and 4 of them are major arcana cards, and 2 of them are cup cards, the water sign. Remain balanced, which is what the Hangman suggests. Still, calm, study, listen. Data, information, and learning is what these 2 mean together. Hierophant and Hangman. And expect things to work for you. Expect that. That's the vision, Tower to Sun. And try to use drinking and vice in moderation. Whenever I see the 4 of Cups, it suggests an emotional period of time if you imbibe too much or use vice too much. I hope this was helpful for you, Pisces. I'm wishing you a beautiful month of October. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.